laden with hay for their horses. We will be ruined if this continues to happen.
So arrogant of his power that he is trying it on the poor farmers? I swear on Bairoji, Heba Khan will no longer be alive to commit any more atrocities.
To fight the mighty enemy, a plan was made to attack using force and intelligence. Several hundred carts of grass were prepared, and the warriors hid themselves with weapons under the grass. As soon as the carts reached inside the fort, the Kshatriyas raised slogans. Turks did not even get a chance to recover from this sudden attack. When the majestic swords of brave Hema Gehlot, Samar Shur Rav Junda Rathor, and the heroes of Marwar waved, the heads of the enemies were piled up. In memory of this victory, Rao Mahotsav is still celebrated in Mandor. Every year, on the second day of Holi, the fearless, courageous Hema Gehlot and all the brave are remembered. Baba Bhairanath Ji is worshipped, with whose blessings Veer was victorious. Even after the Mandor conquest, Inda Parihar remained worried because the city was surrounded by enemies. And then he decided to hand over the kingdom to the powerful Rathor dynasty. Rai Dhaval, the head of Inda, got his daughter married to Rao Junda and gave away Mandor fort as dowry. Rao Hema Gehlot crowned Rao Junda, and Bhaton sang the anthem of Mandor. Showing his skill and tactical acumen, Rav Junda expanded his empire and made Mandor the capital of Marwar. Rav Junda attained the martyrdom in the Battle of Nagaur in 1423 AD, and his son Ghana, Rav Ranmal, took over. There were close relations between Marwar and Mewar, but the sycophantic Mewar king, Rana Kumbha, started making false rumors.
Rana, I do not like Rao Ranmal's intentions. He wants to grab your kingdom. They just consider one side and just not bother about the other one.
A sweet relationship was being poisoned with doubt and distrust. In 1438 AD, Rav Ranmal and his son Jodha were in the fort of Chittor. Ranmal realized some conspiracy and sent his son Jodha out of the fort. Following his father's orders, Jodha reached the foothills of Chittorgarh. Then a dome caught the attention of Jodha, who was singing a couplet. On the instructions of Rana Kumbha, Junda killed Rav Ranmal. Taking a vow to avenge his father's murder, the young Jodha marched towards Mandor, but Judah continued to follow him. He was the uncle of Ranakumbha and the old enemy of Mandor. The vast army of Mandor was after Jodha's life, and the young Jodha was fighting them along with his 700 loyal fighters after fighting against all odds. When Jodha reached Mandor, he was left with only 7 soldiers, but Judah reached here too.
Search every corner of Mandor fort. Ranmal had killed my brother Rakhavdev. I will destroy his entire family and descendants.
Huzur, Jodha has run towards Janglu region. If you order, we will chase him.
Let it be. He will die wandering in the sand dunes. You send a message to Rana Kumbha. Now, we will rule Mandor.
After the ruthless murder of his father and humiliation of losing the kingdom, Jodha was wandering in pain with a heavy heart. The enemy was in ambush, but the fighting Jodha did not lose hope and faith. After 15 years of struggle and tireless efforts, Jodha finally overcame adversity and hardship. Judah had died, and I was reconquered by Rav Jodha. Times were changing, and the country was under the threat of foreign invaders. In such a situation, instead of fighting with each other, Marvar and Mevar made a treaty. But the visionary Rav Jodha was getting worried, and the reason for that concern was me. That is, the fort of Mandor.
What are you thinking, Rauji?
Just take a look around. What do you see?
Sky, forest, hills.
These hills are the cause of my concern. Several hundred years ago, these were very high, and it was difficult to reach the fort. But heavy rains and dust storms have reduced their stature.
Rav Jodha's words were painful, but true. I too had become old and weak, so Mehrankar was built, and I was left abandoned. And it was the right decision. When the Mughals arrived in India, the Rathod dynasty took them head on and kept fighting without giving up. The history of Jodhpur is full of inspirational and heroic stories. All those immortal heroes, through their sacrifice and patriotism, have made Jodhpur shine. The warrior born here was strong enough to defend their nation. Their patronage ensured the happiness and prosperity of their subjects. Only few individuals are aware that delicate feelings can also be found within tough warriors. These sword-wielding soldiers who adhere to the royal faith also learned invention and the arts, which are still practiced today and add to the splendor of this region. Maharaja Ajit Singh Ji is remembered for his creative energy and magnificent architecture. He built Sal for the deities, Apple, and a palace called Thamba, and renovated Bheru Bawadi and Bheru Temple. also got a grand cenotaph constructed in memory of his father, Maharaja Jaswant Singh Ji, whose decoration of huge pillars and sanctum sanctorum is exemplary. The view of the Sabha Mandap gives a clear view of the mythological tales. The gestures engraved on the stones are the best examples of craftsmanship. Maharaja Jaswant Singh Ji II paid special attention to make Mandor beautiful. He planted more than 100 species of trees in Mandor garden, which adds to the beauty and lends importance to the park. In 1896-80, Maharaja Sardar Singh Ji further decorated the garden of Mandor. Between 1923 and 1947, during the time of Maharaja Umaid Singh, several steps were taken to modernize the Mandor garden, such as the restoration of Nagadari Canal, the development of beautiful gardens near the cenotaphs and palaces. Along with this, the boundary wall and the main gates were constructed.